are really pushing me to the limit, then I would have knew who you was. I'm proud of you for becoming champion and how far you have gotten in the sport of boxing, but I don't remember you because you didn't leave a mark.
The work and the years that you put in, grooming an individual to become what he's going to become.
Yeah.
Take some time. I took a little bit of time off. You know what I'm saying? It refreshes, gets you back on that.
Floyd Mayweather is absolutely livid with Gervonta Tank Davis after reports surfaced that Tank let go of his longtime trainer, Calvin Ford. Mayweather sees this as a major mistake and blames Davis for the split. Meanwhile, Ford is staying calm, saying he simply stepped back and is taking a break.
That's what I always say. Anybody can be knocked out. So I don't put nothing past nobody. I could be knocked out. Hit me from the blind side.
Take some time. I took a little bit of time off. You know what I'm saying? It refreshes, gets you back on that. So tonight, he had a chance for me not being around him a lot. You know what I'm saying? And I stepped in and I seen how he missed me and how I missed him. You know what I'm saying? I just can't wait to see that performance. I was telling Boogie, I said, damn, Boogie, you got me, Boogie. So we can't wait to see Kenny here, all is here. Everybody was putting that energy in the air.
Floyd Mayweather and Calvin Ford have been in Tank Davis's corner, helping him rise to the top and keeping him sharp in the ring. They played a huge role in shaping his career, guiding him through tough fights and leading to victory. But now everything has changed. Davis is no longer on good terms with either of them. The same people who helped him reach greatness are now distant, and many believe he wouldn't be where he is today without their guidance.
I'm head. That's how you get the head.
Calvin, I need this 10th, 11th, and 12th on the unofficial. He's down.
Okay. He say unofficial. On the unofficial.
I gotta be honest with you. That's what you want. You want from me. Hey, that's what you want from me. You don't want nobody lying to you. I'm 100 with you.
He said on the unofficial, not the real card here. Keep picking your shots. You took that round off here.
That's my job. I'm 100 with you.
In a surprising move, Davis decided to cut ties with Calvin Ford. But Ford was more than just a trainer. He was fully committed to shaping Tank into the fighter he is today. He didn't just coach him, he supported him in every way, even stepping in as a father figure throughout his life.
He hit me. One day I was in camp with Tank, and he had this little daughter. And he said, like a pop-pop right there. You know what I'm saying? And it made me broke down inside. And I was like, damn. And when I look at him now, I still hear little Tank, but I know he a grown man now. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But it just shows you the work and the years that you put in, grooming an individual to become what he's going to become.
Yeah. And I'm sure you're proud of all of the fighters that you...
Man, you just don't know. And I can't wait to the next generation to come, because how would I sit there and say we had a chance to learn a lot of things, to grow, to teach a lot of things. And the difference is we got a lot of, I call them manager dads, coaches dads, you know what I'm saying? That's in their life. And a lot of people don't talk about them stories because they could be doing other things.
Mayweather couldn't hold back his frustration when he saw Davis yelling at Ford in the ring. He was furious that Tank disrespected the man who played such a key role in his career. Floyd reminded Davis that he should never turn his back on the people who helped him succeed. He made it clear that no matter what happens, Tank should never speak badly about those who paved the way for him. Mayweather also pointed out that he put Davis in a position to be his own boss and entrepreneur, something he shouldn't take for granted.
Then go wrong and you're not with me no more. You don't have nothing bad to say about me because I put you in a position to become an entrepreneur or to become a boss.
How difficult is that, though, in the sense of you are doing so much yourself and you have these people, you have your team. When you say you're pushing them, are you pushing them by giving them ideas, helping them invest, or what you doing or what you're saying is watch me work, watch me move, I'll get you in these rooms, I'll let you have these conversations and then use that to implement into your life?
I've spoke about this before. A lot of times I drop Jews and they don't listen. Everybody gotta get some land. Everybody wanna live where it's popping at. When you gotta move somewhere and set up shop, everybody can't live in LA. Everybody can't live in New York.
Right.
A lot of these places is too expensive.
Trainer Barry, chose his words carefully when asked about Ford's absence. While he acknowledged that Ford was a great coach, Barry avoided getting involved in the controversy. His only response was, "Boxing is boxing," hinting that there was more to the situation than he was willing to share.
Camp was good, you know what I mean? With us is always good. Of course, boxing is boxing, and you can see have some unforeseen things go on. But for the most part, we had a great time.
Very good. And how's he looking at camp? What are you expecting from him on fight night?
He was sharp, just to be Tank. You know what I mean? Tank being Tank. Just a little different for us because this is somebody that's close, to us. You know what I mean? Somebody we got love for. And normally the people we fight, people we don't know. So you can be as mean as nasty as you want to. But for this fight, we got to cast our feelings aside for that 36 minutes or whatever it is and take care of business. That's it. Yeah.
Bill Haney, the father and trainer of Devin Haney, didn't hold back his thoughts on the situation. In a live interview, he openly criticized Davis for letting Ford go, making it clear that Tank himself was the one who made the decision. Haney even suggested that the split negatively impacted Davis's recent performance, raising concerns that Tank might not be the same fighter without Ford's guidance. Many in the boxing community agree.
They won't cover the fact of the Lions podcast will not cover the fact that Calvin and Kenny they got fired. Now, if Devin fired me, it would be, huh? Well, they got fired.
I didn't know that was real. I thought that was some cat.
They're trying to be quiet. Man, they done got fired, man. Them people that got fired, man. They hoping they get hired. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, they're working on getting back.
Man, Calvin came on there with them. He had them GTD first shorts with them GTD leggings, with that GTD Kango cap, with that GTD glasses, GTD shirt. Man, guess what? The man gave him a hug, man, and left him in the hallway. And everybody want to act like that they not really. See, they keep that magnifying glass on us, and yeah.
For Calvin Ford, his bond with Davis was never just about boxing. He has always said that their relationship was much deeper than that. He saw himself as more than a trainer. He was also a mentor and a father figure, both in and out of the ring. He helped shape Davis not just as a fighter, but as a person, which is why their separation is such a big deal. It goes far beyond boxing.
Again, it's a sticky situation. Some promoters, some managers try to move the father out the life of certain situations and whatnot. I don't think it's good because they know how the kid tick. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes it could be detrimental because we've seen certain situations that the father do too much instead of letting the athlete be the athlete. So, it's a learning experience, and I learned from them situations and whatnot of what to do and what not to do, because at the end of the day, they're their own self, you know what I'm saying, and hope that you gave them enough knowledge to be what they want to become,
Bill Haney didn't stop at just criticizing Davis. He also threw in a sarcastic jab. He joked that maybe Tank should have been paying Ford properly, or else coaches might start going on strike. His comment raised eyebrows, hinting that money or other behind-the-scenes issues might have played a role in Ford's departure. This leaves many wondering whether the split was purely business, or if something deeper was at play.
I think it's personal between you and Calvin. Also, his Tank's coach. Is it?
Man, I told Coach.
For those that don't know, Coach Calvin is Tank's coach, so I'm just for our audience.
And I said, listen, ain't no way your fighter gonna be checking the money that y'all talking about checking, and Calvin gonna be looking like that. I told Tank them to pay him. I told him to pay him because, or we need to go on coach's strike around this motherfucker because ain't no way Bill should be getting paid and Calvin shouldn't. And Calvin need to thank Bill for mentioning this shit.
So you saying Calvin ain't getting paid?
He said ain't no reason Calvin should be looking the way he's looking if they making all this money.
Now that's the thing. They talk all that money talk. Can't be one nigga looking good and the rest of the crew if you getting thoroughbred money. You know what I'm talking about?
Again.
Yeah.
In response to his strained relationship with Mayweather, Davis made a strong statement. He claimed that Floyd is jealous of him and doesn't want him to surpass his legacy. Their tension has been brewing for a while, with past disagreements adding fuel to the fire.
Like, I gotta do that.
A lot of people don't know that what Floyd do. He said.
So you feel like it was a sub, like he was subbing you, like, oh, like
he was going at me. He was going at me.
Yeah.
And I knew for sure he was going at me. That's why I went at him. There's no reason for me to go at Floyd.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Cause I feel like y'all got, I would say love and hate, but it's been like the last interview you showed them love. This week it was whatever. But is that sometimes like, you know, is it just like big bro, little bro seeing things different, or what is it to you?
No, Floyd don't never. He felt as though I'm at that point where as though I passed him. And I'm doing it at a young age. Wait, like when Floyd was 29, you'll see, bro.
Yeah.
That deal that I'm talking about.
Yeah. Oh, that's a part of this.
He don't know about that yet. But that's bigger than his deal.
Damn. Wow.
And I'm just releasing it.
Exclusive. That's exclusive. Bigger than Floyd deal?
Yeah.
Tank, don't cap, nigga. That's a lot of bread.
Tank didn't hold back. He openly accused Mayweather of never wanting any fighter to be better than him. Davis suggested that Floyd's ego wouldn't let him accept another boxer reaching his level. This belief is one of the reasons why Tank chose to step away from Mayweather and focus on building his own legacy.
First of all, Floyd don't never want to see no one like a fighter do better than them. Why the say Terrence Crawford should fight? Finna be there. That don't make no fucking sense. He don't never want to see nobody be better than him. I'm telling you.
He's next in line. He's next in line.
Is there like a
The last question, guys.
is there like a love-hate for Floyd? Like,
Yeah,
the fighter?
yeah, I love the fighter. Like, I ain't gonna lie, if he was like chill, like he'll be the smoothest. But he's not. You know what I mean? He's a great fighter. And my bad. And he cause I don't want to say like he's just a scumbag, but it's like he's a great fighter, and sometimes he can be good, but it's like it's always I'm this.
Despite their ongoing conflict, Mayweather has praised Davis in the past. Floyd has admitted that no one can match Tank's skills in the ring. Even though their relationship has soured, Mayweather's previous comments show that he did respect Davis as a fighter.
But I must say this, the most exciting fighter that's acting and fighting in boxing right now is Gervonta Tank Davis. When Gervonta Tank Davis go out there and fight, he reminds me of Pretty Boy Floyd. Because Pretty Boy Floyd, you couldn't go get no popcorn. You couldn't go get no soda. You couldn't go get no candy. You don't want to miss nothing.
Do you will come back to boxing?
Oh no. I'm not coming back to the sport of boxing. The sport of boxing was good to me. I was able to make a lot of smart investments on the outside, and I just want to help. You know, like I said, the fighters that's up and coming. You know, like I was talking about, like Gervonta Tank Davis. I don't understand why he's not in the top 10 pound for pound. Terrence Crawford, Errol Spence. Benavidez. The list goes on. There's so many tough fighters out there. So many great young champions out there that I'm proud of.
Alvin Ford spoke on the situation, making it clear that it wasn't personal. He emphasized that he and Davis were still like brothers and that the decision was purely business. Ford's response suggests there's no bad blood from his side, but whether Davis feels the same remains uncertain.
So we talked about Tank in the business now. There's talk that he could be leaving Mayweather and Ferocious. He said he was to Brian Custer that, you know, this is his last fight.
Everybody missing, he's leaving. It's business.
Right, for sure.
If it's good business, we're gonna do what? Business.
For sure.
We're not leaving each other. It's just not on contract.
Okay. So you're still gonna do business with Mayweather?
I got you.
Right.
You have to do business. They brothers.
Right.
They brothers, and you gotta remember, they the best in boxing. You got Al and Floyd. Come on.
But it's just good. How excited for you for him to have that flexibility?
It's good because Canelo do it. Garcia did it. It's been done.
Right.
It's been done. You know what I'm saying?
Both Ford and Mayweather played major roles in shaping Davis's career. They guided him through challenges and helped him make important career moves. Now, without their support, Davis must navigate the boxing world on his own. Only time will tell if he made the right decision.
Should a
Tank Davis, Devin Haney fight be next?
Yeah, it should be. We already called it out. We actually flipped the coin between Devin Haney and Shakur. We don't really care. Everybody was getting on Tank about he never asked for the big fights. If you look at Tank sit there and say the time is now. You know what I'm saying? Them guys is the only guys that are they really willing to take that fight? Are they gonna outprice themselves? Or they're gonna take the fight? I'm old school. If I really think I'm gonna beat somebody, take the money and run with it. Let's fight. If you notice when we fought for Floyd now, we took every fight they threw at us. You know what I'm saying? We did what they asked. That's what the company, that's what you do. I train my guys and I tell my guys, you train, you fight, you get paid. We take care of the rest of everything else. You know what I'm saying? Look where it put us at. You know, we at the top of our game right now. So right now, we just trying to see what's next, to see who's going to sign the contract to make them moves.
Former world champion Paulie Malignaggi also shared his opinion. He claimed that Davis has damaged the sport of boxing. Malignaggi's comment highlights a broader debate about whether today's fighters are prioritizing business decisions over the sport's intent.
This former world champion boxer is accusing Gervonta Davis of ruining the sport. What do you guys think? And who do you think the former world champion is? It's none other than Paulie Malignaggi, or I don't know how to say his name, honestly. I just know that he had that whole thing with Conor McGregor, and then he couldn't even beat Artem Lobov in bare knuckle boxing. So take his words with a grain of salt. But obviously, I do agree with him to some extent. Gervonta Davis has all the skills in the world, but he's not taking the most competitive fights, you know? Lamont Roach, if he had made 4 or 5 defenses at 135, you'd be selling me a little bit. I'd be curious. But no, you're just recycling the same champion. You're not even progressing. You're killing the sport to line your pockets. I defend the sport. I want the best matchups possible. You're not going to entertain me with the B-level matchups just because they're pay-per-views, which makes a lot of sense. You know what I mean? I'm not paying for it. You know, I'm going to stream it like I would think most people are. But yeah, Gervonta Davis, I wouldn't say he's ruining the sport. I think Floyd Mayweather ruined the sport because every boxer after him just wants to get the easiest fight with the most amount of money.
After Davis's fight against Lamont Roach, many fans felt let down by his performance. Some questioned if Davis was still at his peak, especially since Ford wasn't his corner for that fight. Observers noted that Roach, a lesser-known fighter, gave Davis more trouble than expected, raising concerns about Tank's readiness and training.
So Tank Davis versus Lamont Roach goes to a majority decision draw, with Tank retaining his WBA lightweight title. Now, I did not score this fight a draw. I had it 7-5 to Lamont Roach. I thought he had the ring generalship and effective pressure. You know, he was landing the jab and effective combinations. Tank, as usual, had a very low output, and he was relying on one big shot. You know, I gave Roach the first 3 rounds, Tank the next 3 rounds, and then Roach 4 the last 6 rounds to win the fight. Not to mention, Tank did take a knee in the middle of the fight. You know, by rule, that should have been considered a knockdown. Yes, it was to get his mouthpiece, and that's why they didn't rule it a knockdown. But anytime a fighter takes a knee, that's a knockdown. And that would have given Roach 1 more point to win the fight. Now, I'm sure they'll run it back. I mean, Lamont Roach absolutely deserves a rematch. He just had the fight of his life. He wasn't scared to go toe-to-toe with Tank. You know, landing his combinations, the bigger counters, and the more effective shots. He definitely deserves a second payday. Now, in the co-main event, Gary Antoine Russell put on an amazing performance. I think he won 11 or 12 rounds against Raya Valenzuela. Great hand speed, good combinations, you know, masterclass to win the WBA title. And then in the featured bout, Alberto Puello beat Sandor Martin to retain his WBC title. He landed the cleaner left hands, definitely won the last 2 to 3 rounds to edge the fight. But overall, good card. I do think Roach won the fight though.
Adrian Broner recently shared that Davis had confided in him about his frustrations. However, Broner didn't reveal details, say it was up to Tank to speak publicly. His statement suggests that Davis has been unhappy with certain aspects of his career for quite some time.
No, I haven't talked to him about it, but we talked about it before. You know, we talked about it a few times, but you know, now that he is doing his own thing, I hope the best for him. You know, I hope he is as big as the world. I don't care, you know. I just want to do good.
He keeps alluding that there was something wrong there, that he wasn't happy with the support that he was getting. You know, is there something there from what he's saying, from what your relationship with him?
That's not really for me to come out and talk about. You know, I'll wait until he's comfortable with saying and letting people know his business. But you know, now that he's on his own, you know, I hope it blow up.
Despite all the controversy, Davis has acknowledged that Ford and Kenny Ellis were more than just trainers to him. Tank has expressed gratitude for everything they did for his career, showing that he still respects their influence and guidance.
They was more than coaches. That's why I fell in love with the sport. It wasn't just like the sport of boxing. It was the love I got from it type shit, like what I wasn't getting at home. You know what I mean? Because I only had my grandmother type shit, so I got that. And I feel as though we built this off of loyalty and a little bit of heart. You know what I mean? Definitely we came a long way. You know what I mean? I just want to embrace them just as well as people embrace me. I feel as though they need to get recognized.